Love them, hate them, or fear them. Whatever your stance on aliens, one thing is certain. They've captured the imagination of adults, children and filmmakers across this planet, most recently with the blockbuster Avatar. But the big question remains, are they real? Is there a Pandora out there somewhere amongst the stars?
It sounds like science fiction, but quite often these days what sounded like science fiction actually turns out to be the kernel of a very interesting scientific idea.
Cambridge University Professor Simon Morris spoke at a London conference on the possibility of extraterrestrial life. He says our ability to see deeper into space and the recent discovery of new planets have given the debate new life.
Now that we know there are so many Earth-like planets out there, then in principle I would suggest there should be many, many extraterrestrial civilizations.
Rancher W.W. Brazell was the man who discovered the saucer.
If reports of UFO sightings are to be believed, the Earth's atmosphere is positively bustling with extraterrestrial crafts. The so-called Roswell incident is probably the most famous. More than 60 years later, UFO buffs still flock to the spot where they believe a flying saucer crash landed. But for physicist Paul Davies, the truth is not so much out there as right here.
We could look right here on Earth for evidence that life has started many times. It would be very weird if life started twice on Earth and never anywhere else.
So if the universe really is teeming with life, what should we do? Hang out the planetary welcome mat?
If we pick up the telephone from the extraterrestrial, we put it down straight away.
Why?
Too risky.
Risky, he says, because intelligent species like you and me tend to be rather aggressive. The H.G. Wells book War of the Worlds is set here in the English town of Woking. This is the depiction of the Martian fighting machine, and the fear is that throwing our doors open to aliens could turn this kind of fiction into reality. So with that in mind, it might be best to find them before they find us. Davies is chairman of the Post-Contact Division of SETI, or Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. It's spent almost a quarter of a century listening for signals from other planets. If that sounds familiar, you've probably seen the film Contact, which was based on their work. But unlike Jodie Foster, Professor Davies has yet to hear back from ET. Still, he remains hopeful, or at least highly motivated.